I stared at my security footage in disbelief. The HOA president, all 260 pounds of entitled fury named Vicky Langford, was wedging herself over my 6-foot fence like a clumsy walrus, bolt cutters glinting in her meaty hand. Her 2 loyal minions, sweating Bob and pinched Cynthia, followed, crushing my sprinkler heads and snapping tomato steaks under their boots while Vicky huffed. "He's hiding violations. We have every right to protect neighborhood standards." They weren't just inspecting. They were destroying my garden in broad daylight, all because I skipped their ridiculous mandatory mulch day and built a permitted patio cover they couldn't fine me for. I had lived quietly in this cookie-cutter suburb, minding my freelance graphic design deadlines from home while the HOA turned every blade of grass into a battlefield. Vicky ruled with an iron clipboard, fining people for offensive mailbox flags or flowers that weren't HOA-approved beige. I'd been whispered about as the antisocial loner for months, but I stayed silent, watching and waiting with my cameras rolling. The next morning, I walked into the community hall meeting with printed stills and a calm smile. "Vicky," I interrupted her lecture on proper lawn edging, "your little fence-climbing party yesterday caused $800 in damage. Here's the footage of you cutting my gate lock." Gasps rippled. Vicky's face turned beet red, her sunglasses slipping as she sputtered. "We had reasonable suspicion of unauthorized structures. It's in the bylaws. Community first." Bob mumbled about team players, while Cynthia froze. I slid the permits across the table. "You trespassed, lied, and wrecked my yard for a deck you never even touched. Police reports already filed." The room went dead silent as I walked out, their shocked faces a perfect snapshot of exposed hypocrisy. Whispers spread fast. Fines for eyesore bird feeders and her refusal to hold open votes. I collected signatures for a city review petition at an emergency meeting, where Vicky tried defending with, "We're just enforcing order. Why the drama?" A retired teacher shot back, "Order doesn't include breaking locks like common thugs." Over 30 residents signed on, their frustration boiling over old grievances. Officer Ramirez reviewed the footage and damage, shaking his head. "This isn't inspection. It's vandalism with a side of fraud. They admitted entry but claimed implied access. We'll dig deeper." The investigation uncovered the real rot. Vicky had been emailing a developer about carving a private green corridor through northern yards, including mine, to boost property deals, ignoring a rejected proposal. Subpoenaed messages showed her panic after my patio build. "We'll find leverage. He's isolated. No allies." They targeted my shed hoping to fabricate violations and claim easement rights. At trial, Vicky testified in a tight blazer, claiming noble intent, but the prosecutor played her emails. "Discreet inspection needed. Handle personally." The jury laughed at her implied permission excuse. Guilty on all counts: trespass, destruction, attempted fraud, and abuse of power. Vicky resigned in disgrace, house dark and yard overgrown in ironic justice. Bob and Cynthia took pleas, facing restitution. The city froze HOA enforcement, mandated oversight, and refunded bogus fines. New rules required votes and mediation for any access. Neighbors now chat freely, host barbecues without fear, and the newsletter features recipes instead of threats. My garden thrives again with a private property back-off sign. Was the HOA simply protecting community values through strict enforcement, or was it blatant power abuse disguised as order? True or false? HOA leaders should be allowed warrantless backyard raids if they claim it's for standards,